I'm Ian Wolfe. I'm a physicist here to tell you about a new type of technology that's going to make things cheaper and faster for new gadgets. If you're an engineer and you're designing a new digital circuit, you can now get on your computer, draw your circuit, design it the way you want, then you can send it down the wire to a new type of chip that is reconfigurable. It will then configure itself on the inside to be a new type of gadget. Whatever you've told it to be, it will do what you tell it to. It's no longer hardwired as a CPU or a memory chip or whatever it might be. It's now soft-wired to be whatever you tell it to do. Now this means that we'll be back into the realm of backyard inventors and basement wizards. You'll be able to just design whatever gadget you want, tell the chip to be that gadget, and it obeys you and becomes that gadget. Now this is becoming very interesting because you can now look on the internet for the circuits you want, or in textbooks or magazines, scan them in to the computer, and there's now programs that let you get that diagram onto the chip, so if you can see a design for something you want on the net, you can get that gadget. Enormously quicker and cheaper and easier than having to go through the whole manufacturing process and go off and buy something new. And if you want to upgrade whatever it is, a new CPU or a graphics card or whatever, you can just download the new version and the chip will internally reconfigure itself to be a new type of hardware. The magic that makes all of this possible is Field Programmable Gate Arrays, or FPGAs. This is the new reconfigurable chip that's the hacker's dream. And the Cybernetic hackers that have produced the Linux operating system, which is a free alternative to the Windows operating system, are looking at playing with this new chip to produce free hardware. They're writing a new CPU that will be faster than the brand name one, and instead of having to buy a brand name chip for your computer and replace it year after year as it gets faster, you'll be able to download a new central processing unit for your computer that will be faster and upgraded each time. This is known as the Freedom CPU project. There was a huge distinction between hardware and software. Software was stored on floppy disks, on hard disks, and you could change it, you could delete it, or you could transmit it over a network. Hardware stayed where it was, and you couldn't change it unless you added bits to it, or you threw it out and got a new one. It's an expensive process, and you needed teams of engineers to design them. You had to be an expert. Adrian Thompson in the UK is using genetic algorithms to tell a computer how to design new hardware all on its own. Genetic algorithms use software where the programs mutate and breed to produce offspring that are much better for the task that you've set it. He wanted first to set the computer a simple task and then see how well it could design hardware for him. So he told his computer he wanted a little light to go on when he said go and turn off when he said stop. Simple task, set the computer to it, the computer went away and thought for itself and put through these genetic algorithms. Programs mutated, they bred, there were solutions that were a little bit closer to the right sort of thing, and then finally it worked. It did what he told it to do. And he found when he looked at it, he didn't know quite what the computer had done. It was much smaller than what a human would have designed, but the computer had done very well, it was very efficient, and it worked. What this means for the future is that you could get a computer that could design anything for you. You could get your little universal gadget with your Field Programmable Gate Array, your library of free CPUs, free modems, free digital phones, and imagine there was something you wanted it to do that it didn't already do. You wanted it to be a musical instrument. You could just tell your little universal gadget, tell you to be a computer, and tell the computer to think of a way to become a musical instrument, and it would go off and design an instrument for you and then become that instrument. Our next generation will see a time when high technology is developed as much in the garden shed as it is on the factory floor. I think it'll be interesting to live in a time when I can just think of a gadget and I can have it.